me. Look up to God and say, God, remember me. Don't you see your child down here crying? Don't you see your child down here needing your help? Remember me. I know that some of you been crying, God, will I ever get through this? Sometimes we're going to stay in what we're in until God takes us out. But we must rely on the word of God. We must rely on the strength of God. Isaiah 30 and 31 says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. He said, wait on the Lord. Look at your neighbor and ask them, do you think you will ever come out of what you're in? Look at them and tell them, ask them, do you think that let them answer you? Let them answer you. But sometimes, people of God, we put our own self in what we're in. Sometimes we want to blame the devil, but the devil don't have nothing to do because some of you know better. So you put your own self in what you're in. But that's the time we need to ask God for his grace and his mercy. I can't look at what everybody else is doing. I got to do the will of my Father. Because if I look at somebody else, it's going to mess me up. I got to look to the hills for which cometh my help, because all my help comes from the Lord. Sometimes we can't get through what we're going through because we worry too much. Some of us should be tired of going through the same old thing. We have to stand firm when life don't even make sense. Sometimes life don't make sense. We can't worry about people. What people? Those people. We got to leave those people in the hands of God. Don't let no one make you miss God. Look at somebody and say, you got to fight your way back. Put on your boxing gloves and fight your way back. I can hear some of you saying, God, will I ever get through this drama? Will my marriage ever get better? Will my health get better? Will my finances get better? Will people stop talking about me? Will I ever get delivered from this? Will I ever get the job? Lord, I want to believe you, Elder Christina. I want to believe you, God. I do believe you. Will I ever, Sister Shine, get through what I'm going? Because the pain seems so hard. Will I ever? I've been down too long. Will I ever get through this? Maybe you will and maybe you won't. Maybe you will and maybe you won't. Are you willing to do the right thing to live for God? Are you willing to be obedient to God and his word? We go through circles, round and round. We're always looking at somebody else's thoughts. But I'm like Jesus when he told his disciples in John 21 and 21 when Peter was asking them, and Peter was troubled about who was going to betray Jesus. He asked Jesus, what about this man? Jesus told Peter, if I will that he remain until I come. This is what I like, Elder LeBron. He said, what is that to thee?